So, you know.
I just guessed from the name.
And as far as me being ugly, I know I'm not good looking. It wasn't the point of the thing. And as far as Robin being the thinnest person on the planet, she's not. She struggles with her weight, too. And the fact is.
But I'm not sitting there going, oh, right. Why bother?
Right. And the thing is, everyone wants to pretend that this woman is in deep crisis. She is in a deep crisis, and she needs help badly. And that's my point, but whatever. Who cares? You can. A lot of the emailers, too, said that I was too harsh, making fun of a fat person, this and that, the other thing. And I said, well, yeah, maybe you're right, but...
But at the same time, we're having this whole debate about the healthcare system and the burden of healthcare in this country because of obesity.
Right. But I'm not backpedaling. I just kind of feel that, you know, that's how I feel. I feel that, if I'm not pointing out the obvious, that girl's not going to have a lot of parts to play. Also, that she's probably going to be dead very soon if she keeps eating this way. As you point out, Monique has diabetes, you said. Yeah. I didn't know that. But, you know, come on. What are we talking about?
And I see it over and over again, you know, back to Nell Carter, who used to say, I love being fat. And then she got sick and died.
Right. So she's gone. And that's the point. And all these phony baloney newscasters can sit there and bullshit you all you want. And I'm not saying she's not wonderful. I'm not saying she's not a nice person. I don't know her. She might be a nice person. She might also be a monster.
But
I could care less.
I
can see that she's in a deep shit.
She's in a crisis.
Big crisis. No different than what Artie did to himself.
They do whole Discovery Channel shows on people who have these kind of weight problems.
Yep.
And their health issues.
So if someone stood up and said, after the show, I'm going to go take a shitload of heroin and OD and die.
They wouldn't say that's a great thing.
Would they say, gee, we applaud you? I mean, come on. And the Chick-fil-A thing is sad. It's all very sad. The Chick-fil-A thing, don't applaud that. That's sad. What's she going to do after the Oscars? She's going to run into the arms of a chicken fillet. As if the chicken fillet is going to comfort her and be her husband for the night. It's sad. I don't know. It's just sad.
And they want to pretend all of that stuff is just fine. Right. They don't want to look at the reality of her life.
Yeah. But I get slammed for everything, and I don't care.
But you actually have done something very noble here. We both have.
Yeah, we're heroes.
By pointing out that this is a problem, and nobody's dealing with it with this girl. And nobody's telling her the truth.
Well, here's some people in our audience. I was absolutely in shock when I heard you, Howard Stern, and your pathetic co-host, Robin Corver, slam actress Gabourey Sidibe on your radio show. You two are both pathetic excuses for human beings. Wake up and look in the mirror. You washed out old man. Well, I can't help that. I can't help that I'm getting older. Can't help that I'm washed out. But you know, I'm trying to stay thin. I'm trying to stay healthy. It's reasonably unbelievable that you have enough nerve to call her the size of a planet. Well, she's big. Okay, all right, you're right. She's not the size of a planet. That's an exaggeration.
An asteroid.
All right. As well as the numerous outrageous statements directed towards this young woman. You have no right to attack anyone based on their weight. Why not? I'm not attacking. I'm just, well, I guess it came off like an attack, but the fact is, she's got a real problem. And this is a wake-up call to everyone who's that size. Stop saying it's okay. It's not. And I don't want to pay for the medical insurance.
The right to be fat.
You don't have a right to be fat, because guess what? Everyone ends up paying. You know, there was a woman in here the other day, comic. She said she had a gastric bypass. This blew my mind. And I said, how'd you pay for that? Isn't that expensive? She goes, well, my health insurance covers that. And I said, well, what? No wonder my rates are so high. Because they're covering, you know, gastric bypass is an excuse. Most of these people gain the weight back anyway. And I got to pay for it. And when they go to the hospital, I got to pay for it. It's something we should talk about. And Mayor Bloomberg's been trying to talk about it. All right, he doesn't attach Gabourey Sidibe to it. Call anybody who's obese. Stop with all the soft drinks. Stop with all the salt in the diet. Stop with all the stuff, because we're all paying for these medical monstrosities. You know, this is the one thing we can get under control. Anyway, this person continues. No one values your opinion on this subject, and I suggest you keep all your opinions to yourself. Well, that'll be a career.
That's some show.
I do not have enough words.
Keep all of your opinions to yourself. What's this person been listening to?
I do not have enough words to describe how disgusted I am with yourself and your co-host. which is some grammar, but that's a whole nother fucking problem. Here you go. You know what your number is, right? You know what this... First of all, the people who write me are illiterate.
I had no idea what that meant, and I figured I'd leave it in there. Maybe someone else could...
All right, here we go. Here's the sentence. You know what your number is, right? You are one big fucking asshole. And so is What's-Her-Face Quiver. She is ugly, so she has to sneak up on her puss just to put a pad on. There you go for you. You are so ignorant talking about Gabby the way she has feelings, too. She might be overweight, but you know what? She can lose that. You're fucking ugly. There's nothing you can do about that except put a bag over your head or cut off that ugly shit off. I wouldn't fuck you with Petunia Pig's puss, asshole. Anyway, grammar aside, people don't want to sit and talk about this.
Yeah, I guess we uncovered an ugly secret.
Wow, how big you are to attack a person who's done nothing to you. Not attacking her. I don't know her. Just telling you she's got a big fucking health problem on her hands. And Oprah and everyone should sit her down and get her to a hospital. She needs help. Sorry. Obesity is the leading cause of preventable deaths. That's it. How do you think it makes this young woman feel that you just initiated an attack on her, the same attack portrayed in the movie about young girls like her? I hope you feel big. Sad your comments were uncalled for. Well, okay. Whatever. I don't know.
All right, let's let her go.
She's great, and she'll be fine.
Get sick and die, and we'll never say a word.
And really, you know, in a sense, it's... I've talked about this a million times before. The country's in great crisis. We're in some sort of weird denial that fat's okay. And it's not okay. People need help. There's an epidemic. You know, and what's weird is, isn't it funny how people are saying, gee, you're horrible for bringing up the fact that this woman's enormous, but then they call me ugly. So they're doing the same thing I'm doing. You know. Well,
they're doing what you're being accused of.
Right, and you're absolutely right. I don't believe I'm good-looking or attractive at all, but there's not much I can do about it. I do my best. I'm wearing a scarf. I'm trying to wear nice clothes. I'm growing my hair so it covers my face. I mean, I'm doing the best I can with that. You know, what can I do? This is what I was born with. You know. What about the TV show The Biggest Loser? Should they change the name of that? Those are losers. You know, it's a play on words of losing weight, but they are big losers. That's what they're saying. Should that be canceled? Should we ignore that? The Biggest Loser.
And would that girl qualify for that show?
Of course. Of course she would.
And why do they have that show on TV?
Because people love to watch losers.
Not only that, they're having that show on TV because these people are at risk. And they've got to do something about their health, and they've decided to make a TV show out of it.
And by the way, we received a ton of negative comments yesterday.
Oh, well, yeah, we're doing so well earlier this week.
Yeah, earlier this week we could only get positives. Seems yesterday's show set everybody off. I'm just the worst, horrible person in the world. And this one says, Howard, you're a dick. 2 days ago it was, Howard, you can never retire. We need you here every day. Now it's like, you know what, fuckface? Get off. We're going to quit our subscription. We hate you. Howard, you're a dick. You bust Scott's balls all the fucking time. The auto-tune effect was on. You're never happy. Fuck you. You're a dick.
These might all be from Scott, by the way.
Howard, the auto-tune is totally on. Number 3, it's definitely on. Number 4, Howard, you're wrong. The effect was full blast. Well, if that's the case, nobody put it in my headphones.
Yeah, you know, can we hear it back so that we know?
I wouldn't have any clue if it was on, because according to my headphones, there was absolutely no effect on. Then I came out against women's breast milk being used as cheese, and who the hell would have thought that...
That was unpopular.